I missed you guys. What is popping? What is popping in everyone's
Ooh.
world?
Oh, man. Trying to keep
Nothing.
up with you and all the trouble you're causing, that's for sure.
I don't know what
I was
happened.
told there'd be fried chicken today, so
I thought about that
waiting.
beforehand. I almost sent Aaron out for some fried chicken. just so
that
he
would
could
have
eat
been
it.
amazing.
Of all the things to get up in arms about, a freaking fried chicken joke is, you know what it is? Because that's the easiest thing to bitch about. Nobody wants to get into fixing inflation. Nobody wants to get into 114 billion to Ukraine. Nobody wants to get into the border. No, let's skewer Chrissie Mayr over a chicken joke. Let's do that.
I listened to that joke, I think, 4 more times today, trying to understand where the outrage is coming from, because I listened to it and I'm like, that's all you've got? Like, that's
also
what you're
a
going to
pretty
cry
safe-
over?
That's a pretty safe racial joke,
Yes.
all things considered.
I know fried chicken's delicious. I don't know what it
Yes.
is.
It is.
Like
It's
so?
the best. I liked how Brittany Venti put it the most, is like, Asians like rice, you know, Indians like curry, and then, you know, certain people like chicken. Big deal.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
wrong with people liking things?
I don't know.
Why
It's
is
illegal
pointing-
now.
Why is pointing that out so crazy? I was so shocked. Like, this segment was taped Wednesday. It was supposed to air Wednesday, but it was pushed to Thursday, as these things happen. When something more important is in the news, they go, all right, we'll push it off. It'll happen later or never. Who the fuck knows? And I was like, great. And I remember I was just so excited to do it. I had prepared jokes and quips for like several different articles. We only got to that one, and I was like thinking, oh man, I had so much to say about this other thing. And they're like, don't worry, we're gonna cover it later. You'll get to say those jokes at some point. And I was like, cool. And I remember I felt sort of like rushed overall. Like I had run in at the kind of late notice, hair, makeup.
You're busy.
And if anything, I was like a little bit annoyed at myself because it was like a half joke. It was like a throwaway line.
That's what I thought it was.
I really was
That's quick
trying,
Chick-fil-A line.
because of course this is what they love to do, is clip you out of context to try to cancel you. And I want to try to find the full clip from Newsmax, because it aired on Thursday at around 8:45, and the topic was, why are conservatives upset with Chick-fil-A? You know, should conservatives get ready to boycott Chick-fil-A after this wave of boycotting Target, boycotting Bud Light? You know, should we be worried about Chick-fil-A? Because I think the deal was they had just hired a new VP who was going to have a focus on like DEI and ESG and all that.
Yeah.
So I was trying, and again, my only regret is that I didn't like do the joke harder, that I didn't write it out better, that it wasn't properly formed
Right.
and
picture.
clear. It was
Props.
it was truly half-assed. I still stand by it. This is not an apology. I will never apologize for a joke.
Oh.
If you're sitting there waiting for me to apologize for a joke, ladies, and by ladies I mean Keith Olbermann, don't hold your breath. It's not gonna happen. My only regret is that I didn't go a little like that. It wasn't better written, you know.
Well, and he's the only one I saw outraged over it. I think he just needs something to stay in the circles a little bit. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't think he's working for anybody but himself, right?
Dude, he's fucking insane. He says weird shit. He's just always mad. It's hilarious. He's like never happy and positive. He's just an angry person.
He's an
about
angry elf.
everything.
Yeah.
It's
He's
so
an
funny
old
though, because I
man.
can't take him serious. I'm like trying not to laugh now, like she's talking about it, because he's so serious, but it's so stupid that I can't take it serious. Like, you're really that mad, dude? Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, seriously.
That's why I don't think he's mad. I think Chrissy's so hot right now. She's everywhere. She's getting in
Yeah.
trouble for everything, and he wants to jump on the Chrissy bandwagon. And kind of like Frank said today, he's not going to fuck you. Okay. I like that. I think Frank retweeted something of his today and said, dude, she's not going to fuck you.
He's just lazy. He could have found something better to be mad at that you've said, I'm sure. He just didn't even look. He just took that. Like, how lazy.
It's an easy virtue signal, I guess. And
Like,
I guess I
research
should be
your outrage.
flattered if I'm the thing that Keith Olbermann is talking about to try to be relevant. So here's where it all started. This is I don't know who this is. They clipped this. God, I'm sure. All right, I'll play it. Okay, I'll play it. It's just 13 seconds. of this is what I'm talking about.
It's pretty ridiculous
had no
to just assume that Chick-fil-A, I mean, you know, I'm hesitant to make a fried chicken joke, but they sell fried chicken. I don't know how much more inclusive we can get here.
I think that was smooth. I
was
think that
really
was great. That was very
Yes.
smooth.
That was, and you're right. It was just something you probably thought was a throwaway, and you were on to your next thing. I don't see the offense there.
I wish I would have properly set it up, because what I was trying, now I realize I didn't set this up properly. You know, the pre-outrage or the pre-concern is over, like, ooh, should conservatives get ready to boycott Chick-fil-A because of the executive? So I was like sort of trying to do this position of like, oh, I'm an executive for Chick-fil-A, and our problem is we need to be more diverse and inclusive, and I'm like, well, why do we have to be more diverse and inclusive? We already sell fried chicken. Like, I didn't make it clear that it was from the perspective of the executive.
Right.
Doesn't everyone love fried chicken?
And everyone does love fried chicken, and many
food
people have been
people.
sharing a very popular bit from Chappelle where he was going off about, like, he was about to sit down to order at a restaurant. I think he was in the South, and the guy was like, let me guess, chicken. And he was like, yeah, you're
That's
right,
so funny.
because
Yes.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. It's not like you said a watermelon smoothie or something.
Right?
I
They
just
got a
love-
watermelon stand out front.
With like,
Even though that would be
everyone feels
delicious
very
too.
comfortable saying that white people love potato salad that's unseasoned. People love saying,
Oh God.
oh, she's a
Ew.
Karen. Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Don't season
white.
anything.
Doesn't matter.
We're all
Okay, I'm
vanilla.
like white, half white, and I hate mayonnaise. Okay, I fucking hate it. I know white people
mayonnaise.
like it, but I do not. I hate it. So
I'm a huge fan.
I hate it.
And for him to say overtly and proudly racist would say that he understands my intent. Like, how could you
Right.
possibly, from 13 seconds, know the context and the intent?
I think he just needed a new hot black joke that went
Yeah.
wrong in his eyes.
I feel
I'm
like people
so
like that don't
grateful
have
that
black
my hair and
friends.
makeup was done for this viral clip.
Looks
Like, thank God.
amazing.
Shout out to Maureen at Newsmax. She does such good makeup, hair and
Mhm.
makeup.
His
She's
hair looks incredible.
You look like a Chick-fil-A like executive. You could be
Could
one.
be. Oh, you just need
Wow.
the shirt.
Oh my God. And then, of course, I see that. I go, oh shit, it's Keith Olbermann. And Frank's like, Frank immediately starts cracking up. He's like, it's Keith Olbermann. You're fine.
The guy's- exactly. He's not really doing anything anymore. Pretty irrelevant. So if you're the one who keeps him going every day, I think I'd be honored.
I don't even know who he is.
He used to be a big deal, like in the early aughts. I think
Yeah.
he was the ESPN sports commentator. Fired from that. I think he worked for Current TV. He was fired from that. Then he worked for MSNBC. He was fired from that.
Yeah.
And if you Google, let me do this, because I did this. I was trying to figure out, like, why is Keith Olbermann so triggered by me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, let me think about it from his perspective. I did a little research on him. I'm like, I don't know much about the man. But if you Google here, Keith Olbermann apologizes.
Hmm.
Look how much
He
shit
said something racist, right?
Look
Oh,
how
no.
much comes up. 98,000 results.
Wow.
Apologizes for calling LSU's Angel Reese an effing idiot and classless for taunting an opposing team.
Oh no.
And apologizes for the Angel Reese remarks. Keith Olbermann apologizes for sexist tweet about the WBC. I don't even know what the WBC is.
Oh God, me either.
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out. Never mind. Go ahead.
Apologize on behalf of America. An apology. The resistance with Keith Olbermann. Here's another apology.
Oh no.
Keith Olbermann apologizes for tweets.
His
Apologizes for threatening a turkey hunter in Mississippi who killed a rare white turkey.
His biggest
It was
mistake-
white. What's the problem?
Hey, what's the problem there? It's white.
Oh, you know what he did
Hey.
wrong? He apologized once, and now it has to be for everything.
Yeah. Keith Olbermann again.
He's
I
a
probably
bitch.
George W.
Pretty
Bush
much.
apology. He's apologizing constantly. So I was like, he is triggered because comedians don't have to apologize for jokes because they're jokes. But since Keith has no sense of humor, he doesn't see it as jokes. He just thinks I'm just tearing around the internet being racist because he
Man,
has no sense of
like-
humor.
It's just like, Oh, how is that such a burn? Oh, guess what? You like fried chicken, huh? Got me.
Wow, that's so
Olbermann
offensive.
apologizes to viewers after making campaign donations to 3 Democratic candidates. He's so hypocritical.
I feel like the last few times our show covered him, it is honestly just him making at-home videos of him just ranting in his
Yeah.
hallway.
He's always at home
being
raging.
angry. Yes.
Is he married? Is he gay? Married? Like,
Oh man.
I
Either
don't
way,
know.
it could be a tragedy for the other person.
I mean, I really want to know something serious though. Like, I don't know if he'll see this, but I want to know if he has black friends, not Don Lemon black, like real black. Like, do you actually hang out with any black people? Because
Right.
I do, and they don't care about shit like that at all.
Exactly.
Like, we
Or
all
is he
like
one of
chicken, okay?
Exactly. Or is he one of those guys that just says, "Oh, I
What?
have black friends"?
Like, Don Lemon doesn't count, okay? Other black people. Do you hang out with anyone that's really black? Because Don Lemon is not. He's Obama black, which is
Doesn't
not
quite
black.
get it.
It's white.
Yeah, because I bet if he did have black friends, they'd be like, yeah, it's okay. We like chicken. Guess what? Everyone
None
likes
of my
chicken.
black friends get mad about any of this shit. It's like pathetic to them because they're not like that. Like, they got more other shit to worry about.
Mhm.
Like, but I will tell you what black mothers do not like is that trans shit. They do
Oh,
not.
Based.
You're not
that.
lying. Yeah, they do
Especially when you
not
start
like
coming for
that.
their sons, they are not okay with that. So they're barking up the wrong tree with that shit too.
We live in like a
Nevertheless.
My response finally, I just want to make sure I'm covering all these tweets. Dear Keith Olbermann, you foolish old boomer, you don't understand humor or reality. You gave me exactly what I wanted, attention from a throwaway line. You become predictable and a caricature of yourself, wearing Trump derangement syndrome on your sleeve as blindly as companies throw rainbows into their logos for June. Put down the soy, find your balls, and become a man again. Then maybe we can have a conversation. Ratioed, like cause of death ratio on this.
Oh.
Way more action in just a few hours, and I rarely brag. This just annihilated, and of course no
Easy.
response to this at all from Keith, but he does wait until the next morning when another large account tweeted or shared the thing.
It's
And
not you.
no, because he won't respond to me, but if someone agrees with him, then he'll engage with that
Yeah.
person, which is what cowards do.
He doesn't want to talk to you and have to be realistic and like
No.
acknowledge that what you did was probably not as offensive as he needs it to be for him.
He just wants to talk to people who agree with him.
Yes.
I get it. That's a lot easier to do than people who disagree with you, but
Less friction.
yeah.
Has he ever had a conversation with anyone, like an actual sitting there conversation? Because I've never seen it, but I don't know. He might do that. I don't know.
And then
Because I don't ever see him talking to anyone. He's just always mad about something.
he responds to this, you're an unfunny clown who just repeated a 150-year-old cliche about black people and fried chicken.
150.
SPFU. And I said, the difference between you and I is I'm trying to make people laugh, whereas you're genuinely angry and hateful. And when that hate slips out, you have to apologize because your mainstream media gods have you by the balls. It must suck
What
to have to
hate?
apologize all the time, Keith. I really do pity you. You're trapped.
You're trash.
Oh no.
He's
Okay.
trapped. It must suck to
Oh
not
my
have free speech.
God.
He's calling me out for making a joke. Meanwhile, this is from just a few years ago. Keith Olbermann ripped for calling Trump a whiny little Kunta Kinte. So my
Yeah.
response to him was, you're right,
They're
Keith
all
Olbermann.
hypocrites.
I should have just made a Kunta Kinte reference.
Yeah.
Did he
That is
respond to
true.
this? No.
Could have went hard in the paint, Chrissy.
I mean, Keith,
It's so weird. to
there's
me.
nothing you can say to me that I haven't been saying to myself and trolls haven't been saying to me for years. So good luck trying to make me feel bad.
No, and like LeeAnn was saying too, like black people typically don't give a shit about that type of thing.
No.
Like any black friends I've had will ironically make that joke to each other while they're eating the fried chicken, in front of you. They don't care.
And thank God, my token black friend, Brittany Venti, responds, Asians like rice, Indians like curry, black people like fried chicken. So what? It's not racist. People can't pay for their groceries in America, but we're worried about a fried chicken joke. I'll let anyone make fried chicken jokes all day if it means we can afford to eat it. Yeah, Venti. Especially
Yep.
like
Oh
me,
my God.
people who are allergy prone and have already have to pay a lot for raw ingredients to make fried chicken because she is allergic to corn.
It's like, does he think black people are supposed to be ashamed because they like chicken? I mean, is that what they're getting at? Because what is the problem? Like, you're supposed to be ashamed because you like fried chicken?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand. No.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
good. Who doesn't like it? Unless you're
made
like
it
a
on the lips,
vegetarian.
lifetime on the hips. Do I have to feel bad? I don't know.
Oh my God, I heard that
Eat it
phrase
all.
my entire
Shameful. Fried
childhood.
chicken, shameful.
Oh no.
That's what all my friends with eating disorders would say in middle school. A minute on the lips, forever on the hips.
I don't know where I heard that. It's not something I say, but it's like, yeah, do you want to try to shame me out of food? No. I will eat anything.
Have you guys been has anyone tried to publicly shame any of you guys for any take, whether it was something you tweeted or something you said on the live stream?
Oh,
Yeah, just ignore it though.
Yeah, that is the best way to go about it. I guess if I want to start here, like I got shamed on Twitter over the COVID lockdowns when they started removing nurses from like hospitals and stuff that weren't vaccinated. And, you know, so then they can't afford anything and everything else is shut down too. So all I tweeted, I believe, was that I felt bad for these people that were losing their jobs. But then it came out that they were allowing other nurses who had been vaccinated but were sick with COVID to come in and work. You know, and I'm like, these people are losing their jobs and can't feed their families or pay for their homes, but you're allowing sick people to come in anyways. And I got railroaded for that shit. Like, there were so many, I don't know, lefties or something on Twitter that just attacked me over it. And I think LeeAnn's right. You just don't address it. I just let it sit there, of course. But
they attack you for like common sense things, though. That's why I can't even take it serious. I'm like, I don't know if you're just trolling or like you can't. Everyone cannot be this stupid. I mean, I don't know. I think I give people too much credit still. I'm just hopeful, I guess, that they're not like that lacking in common sense, but
I'm with you on that.
I don't know anymore, man.
I feel like I'm outraging people every week. Just like you were saying, Chrissy, I relate to that. It's like every week is like, oh, what did I say now? What did I make a video about now? And yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh wait, I seen a video about you like a month ago, but like you're in a cult or something weird.
I guess.
What?
A cult?
You
Like,
joined
you're
a cult
saying
and didn't
cult
invite me?
things.
How rude.
I don't know. Or maybe it was QAnon things. I don't know. It was something weird. And I was like, what did she say?
There's
I don't
always
know. I didn't watch
something.
it because it didn't look that high quality. So I
Yeah.
was like, it's probably stupid. And probably just made something up.
Right.
I was like, a cult.
Wow.
But
I
they
think
call
it
it
was-
right a cult, so it could be anything.
Everything is a cult now.
Yeah, so it
butter
could be
cult.
anything.
Fried
you said.
chicken's a cult too. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
I'm in
I'll
the
be in
butter
that
cult,
cult.
so
I would love to join the butter cult.
I died watching you bite a stick of butter the other day. Like, I love butter too, but I could never like just bite the stick. I don't know how
There's
you
nothing
do it.
better than a big ass thick boy of butter on top of a steak. Where you're like,
I love butter.
yeah, like you can slather it all over and then some.
Yes, just
You're like,
slowly
this-
melts on it.
This is decadence. I would love, and I'm not so bold to think that I can change anything in a large way, but if in a small way, I mean, I think our culture overall is too triggerable and too easily like we need to toughen up as a society, and there's enough
yeah.
like real hard shit going on that
Mhm.
people in this country have to deal with. And
Mhm.
everything from like, oh my God, am I gonna lose my job to AI in 5 years to I can't pay groceries to,
Probably.
I mean, a huge, like basically a huge segment of the population has to take out of their 401ks, their savings, like at least
Mhm.
half
Credit
or something
card
like
debt.
that, just to
Yeah.
pay for their, just keep up with bills. And so if we cannot be triggered by chicken jokes, or if I can keep doing jokes and eventually people go, oh, I guess she's still here, I guess we didn't cancel her. Well, either we keep getting triggered by dumb jokes or we get over it and focus on something else. If I can be a small part of toughening up people, I'll feel like I did my part.
But we
I
need
still-
humor, man. If we don't have that, what the fuck do we have? It'll be
Mhm.
so depressing. Like, oh my God, we
agree.
need it.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.